Shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson. I want to make a correction before I get into this lesson. Right. So I said that Turkey joined BRICS. That's not true. Right. So Turkey wants to join BRICS. Right. Which, if you don't know what BRICS is, you need to do some research and really get up to speed on that, because it's going into this new blockchain currency that's gonna, rival the dollar. So BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And you got BRICS Plus, which is other nations that are, linked in with BRICS as well, right? So I'll get into that a whole nother lesson, but I just wanted to make that correction, right? But this is the brother right here. The brother, go subscribe to his channel, Endure These Last Days, to Ba, right at the bottom. He brings out some very edifying videos, right? So this is this black culture right here. This is a soul food mama, big mama concept, right? That Jake been eating this poison, right? That spikes their blood sugar, makes their blood pressure high, and that leads to them having all kind of medical complications, diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, stroke, heart disease, Alzheimer's, right? Um, Dialysis, amputation of the legs. But this is that black death culture, right? So when you go into the word black, right, that's, you need to stop calling yourself that. It means evil, wicked, right? Sinister, void of knowledge, void of light, right? So this is that culture that has been passed down generationally that leads to death, right? It's literally killing our people, right? So everything that you've been taught about food is a lie, right? So they gave you the food pyramid in school. They gave you all the things at the bottom, which spikes your blood sugar, is very unhealthy for you and causes you to be obese. You got 1 in 3 so-called Americans have a pre-diabetic, right? So these devils set this system up to literally kill you, destroy you. You Israelites, right? And you just don't know what's going on. You're full of folly. You're full of games. You're full of worrying about the wrong things when and you might have a sister that can cook, but are you over seasoning the food, or you putting too much salt into it, right? Because they have a daily amount of salt intake, and all the stuff that you pretty much eat has salt in it. So you're overloading your body with salt. You're overloading your body with sugar, right? So check this out. This Jake woman, and most of our people got some heavy demons on them, man. Check this out.
Y'all see it. Yep, that's what it is. Best yams in the world. Y'all be playing with me. Come taste it yourself. See all that butter? Deliciousness.
Look at that. That's straight death, right? So this is the culture that our people have been handing down generationally, a deaf culture, black culture, right? Which is full of ignorance, stupidity, right? And death, right? That's why Jake is leading in all these diseases that's destroying their body. That's why they have short lives. That's why their lives are bitter, right? So she probably already got pre-diabetes, you know what I'm saying? And look at this. This is demonic. You know what I'm saying? This is just on a whole nother level of, you know what I'm saying, wickedness.
Y'all want to know the secret so bad, but a little bit more. A little bit more. This y'all asses out so bad, right? It make the people come down here and spend their money with me. So, like I said, baby.
I mean, look at that. So that's why, I recommend you Jakes, you men and you women, just cook at home, right? And you got to learn how to start reading, understand, how to read labels, and also understand how much salt you need to be taking in one day, a daily amount, and also how much sugar, because everything pretty much got sugar in it as well. So you have to really watch what you eat. Cut all the processed foods out. Like the chips, the potato chips, all the convenient stuff. That's nothing but death, and it's gonna catch up to you, right? So, before we woke up, we was eating like this, right? And we think Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, he didn't put us to death, man, right? Because And some brothers probably dealing with some ailments, some illnesses because you ate this way for so long, right? But hey, when you know better, you do better, right? And this is that being lazy, this lazy, convenient culture that our people have been adopted to, right? That has them pulling up at the Wendy's, at the McDonald's, right? They don't understand the food is affecting them, right? You get some fries, right? You got all that salt in there, right? Plus it's been in some canola oil or some grease that's gonna clog your arteries. You eating a burger, right? All that sugar in that bun, grease, you got all that filth on that burger, right? Jake still be eating pork, right? Jake could get a Jake in the world, they get the bacon too on it, right? And that's even more bad for you. It's abomination to eat pork, and they actually clogging up their arteries with that, and then they're gonna swallow it down with a soda pop, which is full of sugar. See, one soda pop is so demonic. That's your whole sugar. That's your probably like a third of that soda pop. That's your whole sugar intake for a day, right? So what Jake do is eat in excess. So they'll do that. Then I mean your blood sugar gonna be spiked from the carbohydrates, right? From the French fries, right? So Isaiah 60:2 it says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." Right. So the gross darkness means ignorance, gross ignorance. But the Lord Yahweh shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. This is precious wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that has corrected other areas of our life. 1 second. Let me get into something else. 1 second. Right, so this is what you was given in school, right? They gave you the food pyramid chart, right? So it's a pyramid scheme, right? Number lies. You see the stuff at the bottom. They say you need to eat the most, which is your grains, potatoes, rice, bread. What is that considered a carbohydrate? And that spikes your blood sugar. Very unhealthy for you, and it leads to obesity, right? And you see how they organized it, right? So they wanted these food companies paid off these politicians and the elite set all this up to destroy you people. So you can be constantly sick, so you can have to depend on a system of pharmaceuticals, which is witchcraft, so you can sustain your life, right? So they want to pretty much shake you down and milk you down while you're alive until you die, right? You got a lot of these people dependent on these medications, right, to live. And this was their whole plan, to poison us with the food. That's why they gave you the food pyramid chart in school, right? And indoctrinated you on this. So, Jacob eat honey buns, the soda pop, right? These Fagos, hot Cheetos, all that in one sitting, and right, it's causing them all kind of health problems. And it's going to eventually lead to them death, right? So let's go here. I'm going to show you something. And you got to start reading your labels. Know what sodium is. Sodium is salt. Know how much sodium intake that you're putting in your body, right? That's why you need to start cooking your own food. Cook everything. Meal prep, right? Meal prep. That's what I do, right? So I don't eat no processed foods anymore. Everything that I, eat is from the earth, right? So I got a regiment that I do, and start implementing supplements inside of your diet as well, right? Because if you don't do this, you're gonna end up messed up, just a matter of time, right? So stuff like, let me show you something real quick. It says carbohydrates. You ever heard that? Um, so carbohydrates like in rice and bread, cereal, pasta. It's a lot of carbohydrates in that, and that carbohydrates turns into sugar. So you can actually, you know, Jake don't know how to read labels. So you go into the store, say Jake go find the food that they want to eat, and they call themselves kind of conscious of reading the labels. What they'll do is go to the sugar part, right? And they'll read, say it got 2 grams of sugar per serving. What they'll think that is only per serving, right? However much that is, they think that's all the sugar they put in their body, and that's not true because you got to count the carbohydrates as well because carbohydrates turns into glucose, which is sugar, right? So say you buy something that's 29 grams of carbohydrate, right, per serving, and then you got 2 grams of sugar. right? So you got to add that 29 with plus 2, that's 31 grams of sugar, because it's going to break down into sugar in your body. It says right here at the very top, it says carbs and diabetes. When you eat and drink foods that have carbohydrate, also known as carbs, your body breaks those carbs down into glucose, a type of sugar, which then raises the blood sugar, right? Right here at the top, do carbs turn into sugar? In short, yes. When you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose, sugar, and uses them for energy. So you have to know this stuff. That's a part of you being woken up. It ain't just waking up on the scriptures and the understanding. You waking up on this whole world, this whole scam that you've been under, this whole darkness, this whole witchcraft is coming from under these enchantments. And Jake, I'm gonna do a whole lesson just posting all the folly that Jake do. You see Jake eat pretty much anything. They had this little ninja eating a crab sandwich. Jake go to these crawfish balls, right? Jake can eat anything. They don't even know how much this stuff is full of salt, spiking their blood pressure, right? Eating all this sugary stuff, they're spiking their blood sugar, right? And that leads to death. That's why most of these Jakes don't live a long life, right? It's suicide by diet. But these Edomites, Esau Edom, put this witchcraft on you because he gave you this false food pyramid chart, and Jake is not educated about food. Jake eat ramen noodles, Fagos, drink soda pop all day, and that's why a lot of these Jake kids are obese and very unhealthy and headed to diabetes. Right, 1 in 3 of these Americans have pre-diabetes. Right, I think 42% of these Americans are obese. Just look around. That's all you see. You go by these Chick-fil-A's, these McDonald's, just look at the line. This is the place of death and darkness, right? So these people eat whatever they want to eat. There's no discipline here. And if you eat, one thing I understand now, if you eat healthy, your body is going to crave it and adjust to it. It's going to desire that and it's going to be pleasurable. But Jake is undisciplined, like a pig, right? They eat whatever, whenever, and it leads to them a laundry list of these diseases that is wreaking havoc on Jake, right? But you try to educate them on this, they buck up and they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just going to lead to more death. It's suicide, died by suicide. I wanted to get into this video, but what I'm gonna do, Lord willing, there's so much work to do, right? So I'm gonna post this video that I was telling you about yesterday, today. Once I wrap up this lesson, I'm gonna post it, and I want you to watch that whole documentary. I think it's like 13, 14 minutes, right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rachat Kodash. Shalom.